Are we?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, we're live. What's up, everybody?
Here we go.
Turn it down a little bit.
It was getting everything. Just hit the wrong button.
All right, that's what happens when you are recording live. And yeah, so welcome back to another episode of
Don't do that.
Here on Mad as Hell Monday. We mad as hell.
Mad as hell, y'all. Mad. As you should be.
All right, so we got some topics for y'all today.
Mad. So as I get my topics to be able to tell you what they are, let me go ahead and get back up here.
Man, I'm going to be talking about this new video that has surfaced online that everybody is talking about. Marvin Sapp, Pastor Marvin Sapp, who is also a gospel artist. Man, when you see this video, you're gonna feel some type of way about it.
Doing too much.
Me and my boy Taz had a song called "Fucking Up the Church's Money," and Marvin Sapp is definitely fucking up the church's money. He locked in his entire, didn't lock him in, but he told the ushers to close the doors. Close the doors. We're going to raise 40,000 right now. Y'all 100 over there. I need 100 people. No, I need 1,000 people to give me $20. And the people that are watching, man, he doing, wow, I'm just tripping.
I got an old fashioned, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Trump at it again.
Oh, yeah.
This time with the Smithsonian. Yeah, I can't pronounce nothing.
He attacking all of the learning institutions.
And then McComb warns schools of increased enforcement on parents' rights. And at the end of the day, you as a parent have every right to know every single detail of what's going on with your kids at that school. Period. I don't care what it is.
Facts.
Period. So, all right. What's your other topic?
I'm talking actually about, I got Marvin Sapp on the line, talking about him. And then my other one for Mad as Hell Monday, I guess we gonna double fist Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because he says he's willing to do whatever it takes to get Greenland and just bring Greenland into the fold. And I mean, he said leading up to everything, including military force, although he doesn't feel that is going to be necessary.
So, as we get into it, our smoke of the F from House of the Day. If you missed out on the 29th, so sorry for you because their gift bags were awesome.
Oh yeah, they had their 1 year.
Yep, their 1 year. Yep,
1 year anniversary
at
here.
That location in Lansing.
Right.
Not anywhere else, just that location. Now you have Loco, by Loco, Diamond Dooo infused pre-roll, sour candy, so sour tangerine. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get the first fist started, okay?
Trump,
of course, wants to take away history from the Smithsonian.
Whitewash.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is, okay?
I'm just saying.
Now, President Donald Trump has threatened to gut the world-renowned Smithsonian Institution in an executive order that aims to eliminate the museum network's anti-American ideology.
Constantly doing some shit,
Trump
man.
wants to overhaul the world's largest museum, education, and research complex to restore truth and sanity to American history. That was signed on Thursday. That was just, I don't understand. Now, the president does want Congress to fund exhibits that divide Americans by race. Okay, and singled out the National Museum of African American History and Culture and the forthcoming Women's History Museum, which the order alleges plans to recognize men as women.
What?
Now,
whoa. Say that again? Recognize men as women?
That's what, I guess, one of the museums, I guess, for the transgender community or whatnot, Now, his order instructs Vice President J.D. Vance, who serves on the Smithsonian Board, thanks to his elected office, to remove improper ideology from the Smithsonian's museum, education, and research centers, and the national zoos. I mean, we're just going to go all the way to the zoos and take out everything. Now,
he like old school book burning type shit right now.
What I don't understand is whatever he says that people are providing money for him or whatnot, the facility has operated independently. Independently. So for over 175 years, since they basically have been open. Now, museums in our national's capital should be places where individuals go to learn, not to be subjected to ideology, indoctrination, or divisive narratives that distort our shared history. That's what the order had said. Now, the Smithsonian did not immediately respond to any emailed requests for comment, but the institution was established. Okay, this is how it was brought about. Was established with funds from James Smithson, a British scientist who left his estate to the United States to found at Washington under the name of the Smithsonian Institution, an establishment for the increase and diffusion of knowledge. It comes after the Pentagon restored some web pages highlighting the crucial wartime contributions of the Navajo talkers and the Native American veterans days of the tribe. Now, I've learned a new terminology today, and it's TDS.
Okay, what's that?
Trump derangement syndrome.
Okay. A lot of people with that.
No, it's that you got the opposite of what it is. Is a pejorative term used to describe negative reactions to President Donald Trump that are perceived to be irrational and to have little regard for Trump's actual policy positions. So Merrill Brooks from New Oxford, Pennsylvania, says it's sad to see how many people have TDS. Let's see. First of all, President Trump his family apparently had never had owned slaves, apparently, even though it's been, whatever.
Hasn't that been documented?
You can yell all you want with your TDS, but President Trump is taking America back from you DEI and your BS that men can be women, which there are only two genders. So if you actually read what he is saying, there should be no men in a women's museum. Sad to see how many people have TDS. Sad to see how rage hate filled you people truly are. Maybe stop watching your fake news and actually do your research before you start spewing all your hate. My God, it was really hard to read that. Okay, it was terribly hard. But whatever, on the men and women thing, whatever. Okay, so you bring up that one situation. Okay, that one situation where that's only part of the museum. Okay, there's several parts to this museum. The Smithsonian is huge.
Yeah.
All right, and for you to take away all history, world history, anything like that, you're an idiot. You will never learn from your mistakes. And if you want to go ahead and sit there and live in the past and not move forward and make yourself a better person, you can go find someplace else to do that, because I see it like this. America was brought to be for a land of the free, bitch. And if you want to go ahead and act like that, y'all should be the ones leaving here. Nobody else. Go find your own. Go to Weinstein Island. Or Epstein Island, I'm sorry.
Epstein.
Both islands. Okay, they both were doing things together. Maybe that's where you guys should go. And everybody with a brain and common sense and some sort of humanity can stay here in America. Because you guys aren't the ones who built it. You're whitewashing what people have built.
That's what everybody's calling it right now, because first he was at Columbia University. That was only a couple episodes ago.
Only a couple
episodes ago.
So it's like, do your own research.
And
now, why don't you actually go in and see what whitewashing is and jerry rigging and all that other gerrymandering or anything like that? Go, you need to do your research before they actually erase it.
So wait a minute, what was it that he was doing before where he was getting rid of the history of?
The Navajo code talkers. Then there was what was it?
Wasn't it something else?
Who was a baseball player? They took his military service off. You had the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yep.
You had
I remember that's
women,
what I was looking for.
The women that fought in the war as well. They wanted to take that down. But see, since people had fought so hard to make sure that didn't get done, they're also just decided to go back to and say, well, screw it. We'll go to this big ass history museum, act like we've been actually funding it.
But see, this is the thing. It's like when you doing this, what is your end game besides whitewashing? That is the only end game, because why not leave history the way it is so that people can learn what we've already done and what's already been done? They don't want that. You're changing history, rewriting it.
And they want black people to be back as slaves and picking cotton. They don't want to learn from that.
Man.
They don't want to learn from that.
Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. That is a hugely famous quote. Okay. Now, unfortunately, switching gears, gospel artist and pastor Marvin Sapp is now being compared to Sean P. Diddy Combs. Why? Why, you ask? Because in an interview a little while ago, and we've all seen this interview, Diddy was saying, you gotta close the doors. You gotta lock the doors. You gotta keep them in there. Make sure they can't leave.
Oh, I remember that interview.
Right? Okay, so now look at Marvin Sapp. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
Oh, I said.
No, I said close the doors. Sounds very Diddy-fied to me. So he locks everybody in. And I was already trying to get into this, and she stopped me because I was going too far. But he basically locked everybody in. Well, didn't lock them, but closed the doors, keeping them in there, and told them, you're able to leave once you have come up here and tithed. Now, mind you, he said he wanted 1,000 people to give $20. That would be 20,000. He also, because he had people watching online, said that 1,000 people watching the broadcast were to give $20 as well. Now, if you're good at math, 20,000 and 20,000 equals 40,000. But wait, there's more. Before he even went up there, there's a bishop that went up there. Okay. And this bishop, before Marvin Sapp even asked for the 40,000 plus, and I'm going to get to the plus in a second because there's more. Okay. So the bishop says, I want 20 people to give me $800. He wanted 20 people to give him $800. He started with 800. He put in 800. And then here's the part that really made me want to slap somebody. He says that God told him that if they wanted closure in a certain situation in their life, they could write closure on the back of the check, and he would give them closure. The Lord would give them closure like the Lord had given him closure for his $800. So you trying to tell me the Lord, he wants your money? The Lord will solve all your problems for a certain amount of money. Okay. So that was before Marvin Sapp went up. Okay. So I want you to remember that he got 20 to 25 people. The bishop did. 20 to 25 people gave him 800. Then Marvin Sapp gets on stage and he gets 20 people inside the church to give, or no, 1,000 people inside the church to give $20, and 1,000 people watching the broadcast to give $20. Then the people that's standing up there with him, like the high-ranking people in the church, the people that always tithe and whatever, they behind him, they up on the stage with him. He told them that $20 ain't for you. This is the more, mind you. That $20 ain't for you. Y'all are up here with me, and y'all are leaders, and leaders lead. So $20, that ain't for y'all. Each of y'all drop 100. I'm just saying, fucking up the church's money. Come on, man. Really?
I hope your congregation
Really?
is driving around in vehicles just as nice as yours and not
Bro.
taking no public transportation.
Now
Driving a hoopty.
this footage is from 2024, which is just last year. It's just not making the rounds here on the platform, here on this platform on YouTube. And he tried to explain it. He says that, when people are giving, amounts of money in a church that big, that the doors are to be, secured to make sure that there is nothing going on that endangers the members of the church and this, that, and the other.
I'll tell you what. If God didn't think that you were ugly, He would make sure that nobody would rob you. So you shouldn't have to close and lock your doors.
Yeah, but if y'all get a chance, man,
Look that up.
if y'all get a chance, please check that out. That is making the rounds right now. As soon as I saw that, I made that my top story. Like, wow.
That shit is insane.
That's crazy.
Insane.
So I'm going to have to add it up because I didn't add it up. It was 20 people that the bishop wanted 800 from. Okay. And get down in the comments and do the math for me. 20 people for 800. 40 people or 2,000 people for $20. And then however many people it was behind the pastor for $100.
All right.
Woo, boy.
All right. So this is happening in. This is from the Hill. McMahon warns schools of increased enforcement of parents' rights. Okay, so Education Secretary Linda McMahon sent a Dear Colleague letter to schools Friday warning of increased enforcement of parental rights. Um, the letter comes following investigations conducted by the Department of Education against California and Maine over policies the federal agency alleges keeps records of students' gender identity away from their parents, allegedly violating the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, also known as FERPA. FERPA gives parents a legal right to have access to all their children's education records. For one, there should be no legal right. It just should be, that's just the way it is. They are their parents. If you want parents to be involved, they need that information from you. Because you're with them also. So it makes sense. Get it together. So parents, as she says, parents are the most natural protectors of their children. Yet many states and school districts have enacted policies that imply students need protection from their parents. If they need protection, why are you allowing them to stay in their home and not actually doing what they're supposed to be doing and calling CPS? Okay. These states and school districts have turned the concept of privacy on its head, prioritizing the privileges of government officials over the rights of parents and well-being of families. Going forward, the correct application of FERPA will be to empower all parents to protect their children from the radical ideologies that have taken over many schools. The Dear Colleague letter from the Student Privacy Policy also identifies priority concerns for which the office is considering proactive measures to address. Now, the concerns include the schools that allegedly have policies that do not allow parents to see if the district comes up with a gender plan to support a transgender student, and districts that are allegedly not annually notifying parents of their rights under FERPA. But both of the schools said they are following the rules and were changed the bar for transgender athletes after President Trump did his order. Now, it comes after basically the decision and whatnot of the one guy that was on the swimming team in one of the colleges, and he wasn't as good as what he would be obviously if he decided he wanted to be a woman. All right, so mind you, until I still see fit like this, until all the testosterone is out of your body, you're still a man.
Facts.
So while you're still blowing these women that have worked their entire lives to get to where they're at, while it only took you 1 year, several years of losing to your gender, you want to go ahead and change up as a woman to finally feel like you're just number one. But that's what caused that to happen, because at the end of the day, the parents need to know these things. So whatever plans you guys have, parents need to be involved so that any plans, to make your children comfortable, not to the point of which they run things, but comfortable enough to be who they want to be. The parents have to know. How are they? Like, how are they supposed to go into a situation blindsided and the school doesn't even bother to help? Now you're doing too much. So, but
all right. So, and now we switch back to Donald Trump.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Now, when he first started the administration, I believe, like like the first week that he was in the White House, he mentioned this, and everyone was like, "Wow, like seriously, like you talking about invading?" Yeah, yeah. He literally has been quoted as saying, and I got this from MSNBC. He's literally has been quoted as saying that he's willing to do whatever it takes to bring Greenland into the fold, to get control of Greenland, up to military force. Although he says, this is the quote, although he says he doesn't think that will be necessary. I mean,
now what I don't agree with what Greenland has done is allow more military U.S. military forces to come into their land. Okay, now you already see, you hear what Trump is saying, right? You hear what he's saying, right? You hear exactly what he is saying. He is doing everything he said he was going to do, right? So when he tells you, I will do whatever is necessary, up to war, right? So, but you know what? That's okay. We have our own whatever, but you're going to allow more U.S. military in? To me personally, that sounds like a very, very stupid thing to do. And that's coming from him.
I'm just saying, man.
So you're going to allow him to come in, and I guarantee you the next thing that's going to happen, if you don't give him what he wants, he's going to turn his sleeper cells. Yeah, I'm going to use the American terminology used for Muslims.
So we're invading. We're invading people now, and people are getting stopped on the streets, and they're basically burning books by going to the different learning institutions and trying to abolish and get rid of stuff. It's like, y'all don't see this as
people don't care.
A problem?
People do not care.
The people that elected him, was this the plan?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. You'll see it all whenever you go read through all the news articles and shit like that. The comments, my God, they tell you, yep, that's exactly what he wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted.
I mean, let's take the gloves off here. Do y'all really want to incite what this is going to eventually incite?
Are y'all really ready for that?
Y'all really ready for this? In my opinion, you are not. In my humble opinion, although I might be wrong. It might be some type of master plan out there, some straight up Boulevard Trash Sentinel type shit going on. I don't know.
All right. I don't know. All right. So last thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to get off here.
Oh, old school don't do that. Yeah.
All right, you guys. I know stuff happens, and sometimes literally, but please, for the health and the safety of others around you, please carry something to spray when you take a shit in a public restroom.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
see, there you go. Right there.
Yeah.
You pass out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I understand sometimes you gotta go when you gotta go.
But
You
I
eat
don't know
something
how.
that day, it blows your stomach out, you gotta go.
I
I
don't know how.
understand that.
I don't know how
Happened to the
some
best
people
of
just
everybody.
sit there
But
in
you're gonna
that
tell me you
and
don't
not.
spray nothing. You don't carry no cologne,
Woo!
perfume,
Just
body
go in the
mist,
bathroom
anything.
just
I
to
don't
go pee,
care. I mean, Chris went to hand
and
sanitizer.
you running out of there. You
Hand
go in there just
sanitizer.
to go pee, and it's like two
Something.
people in the stalls, and they got the whole bathroom on crunk.
Bro, I swear I held my piss for at least 20, 30 minutes.
Man,
I was not going back
go
in
in
there.
there and pee and be pushing your stomach like, let me hurry up and pee and get out of here, cause damn, they are torching this motherfucker. Like, woo!
Negative.
That's why I just rinse my hands off and rush out the door.
Out of there.
I don't have time for the air dryer because the air dryer ain't gonna do nothing but aggravate the air that they pushing out, the shit air, the booty air. I don't want that. I don't want the booty air.
No booty air.
Not at all.
No booty air. None.
All right.
All right, well, that is all we have for you today on Maddie's Help Monday. And don't forget today, by the way, Robert Brooks murderers are going to be on trial today. Starts today. Don't forget about him. So we will see you next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified. Pieces.